Hi everybody, welcome to another shitty day with Shiddy Bill. And today I'm madder than hell, and I'm unfortunately having to talk about some stuff that I didn't think I'd had to talk about no more. You know, we just finished up Christmas. Everything was going great. Me and Earl Jr.'s finally able to get his little boy E3 the four-wheeler he been wanting. We ain't gonna talk about how we got it, but we made things happen this Christmas. And Mama said she's proud. So now that that's out the way, I'm looking for two men, and I'm not sure their name, but I have gave them the name of the Backdoor Bandits. You see, because today we're gonna have to talk about the fact that Mama's trailer got broke into, along with some of the other uh, mobile homes in the trailer park, and not just ours. Some down the road, some up on down yonder. They was all broken into right after Christmas because these two gentlemen, I think, we're dealing with are professionals. They waited until after the holiday to go and get what they were going to get from everybody. Yeah, they knew that the police would be too hot around the trailer park this time of year, just waiting for somebody to break in so the police could whoop some ass and take somebody to jail. I got my dip in. That's how I never put a dip in when I'm doing my podcast. And guess what? The police have been notified because I got a picture of the two suspects off my surveillance camera that I had installed just a few months ago whenever I thought somebody else had been trying to break in. But it wasn't. It was a raccoon eating at the wires. And one of Earl Jr.'s buddies trying to steal the copper out of everything, out of our AC. I shouldn't have to be on here talking to me. Do y'all know how upset y'all made Mama? I hope you're watching this. And I'm going to post their picture right here. And if you have seen these two people, I want you to contact the Another Shitty Day podcast hotline, and the number will be right here. I'm as serious as a heart attack. I want to know. I want to see. I want to. They got my blood boiling. They don't want. They don't want me to catch them. They don't want me to catch. I'll whoop somebody's ass. They upset Mama. But anyway, hey, how are you? I'm doing fine, and I hope you are too. I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little mad, but we're going to talk about it together. I got me a doggy bowl to spit my dip in because Mama said I couldn't be spitting in her cups no more. We had a grand old Christmas this year. Me and Earl Jr. didn't fight once, and that's probably because he spent the night in jail. The police come and got him. We did get him out, and he did get to finish the rest of the holiday function with us. But we do everything we can to make sure he don't go to jail for his boy E3. But he doesn't want to do right for his baby boy. Everybody was at the house for Christmas. We had a roast. We had mashed taters and dressing and banana pudding, and we had all the fixings. And Sheila didn't come over. I still ain't talked to her. I don't know what's going on. But everybody else was over. Cousin Kyle, Uncle Randy, Papa and his best friend Clyde, but no Sheila. Everybody was in their best pajamas. We were all opening presents. Everybody was happy, happy, happy. And it was a holiday done right, I tell you. And everybody had a full belly. And the mama said, "Y'all got to get the hell out of here. My boyfriend Buck is coming over, and I don't want nobody in the house when he comes over." And she didn't want to have him over for the holiday because she thought we was going to embarrass him. We was going to whoop his ass again. Because she knows that if Uncle Randy would have met him, he would have put a hurting on him. So everybody got out the house. And I was helping Mama clean. She's washing the dishes. Her boyfriend Buck came over. He started popping off the mouth immediately. So I left the house. I was like, what can I get into? Ain't much to do around here on Christmas night. Day after Christmas, I'm sorry. I was a little bit hungry. So I called up my buddy, Two Toes, and we went on to the Waffle House and we got ourselves something to eat. And when I got back, Mama had left a note. Well, she sent me a text. Sorry. She said that her and Buck were going to go on somewhere, and that I'd have the house to myself for the rest of the night. So I was like, hell yeah. I'm calling up the squad. We're gonna have a throwdown hell of a night party. I'm gonna have a bonfire. We're gonna we're gonna roast marshmallows. We're gonna drink beer, and we're gonna have a good time. So I get my Ford Ranger, drive back to the trailer park, and I get to the trailer. And I noticed that the back side of the trailer's door is open and all the lights are on in the trailer. And if you know Mama, you know she ain't leaving no light on in that house. 'Cause she'll whoop somebody's ass for leaving the lights on. She ain't trying to pay for nothing extra if she don't have to. So I was suspicious, so I went inside to investigate. I turned my flashlight on and I start making my way through the living room. And everything is gone. I mean, somebody broke into that trailer and they stole the couch, the recliner, the TV, the the uh the TV stand, all the DVDs under it, the VCR, the DVD player, all my Funko Pop collections. They stole my Buckhead that I had up on mantled up on the wall. They stole everything out the pantry. They didn't leave nothing. I opened up the refrigerator. There wasn't a damn thing in it except a bottle of mustard. So I'm like, they better not have made their way on back there to my bedroom and stole anything that used to be Daddy's. And I'm walking down the hallway. They stole every picture out of the picture frame. I open up the bathroom door. Lo and behold, there's no toilet paper, there's no shampoo, there's no conditioner, there's no bars of soap, They even took the toilet lid off of the commode. How the hell am I supposed to take a shit now? I mean, do you want me to hover? I'm a big boy. I can't hover over the toilet, squeeze my cheeks, and drop a deuce. You know how hard that'd be for me? I'm gonna have to get a towel to wipe my ass now. I'm gonna have to use like dental floss to wipe my ass, 'cause I can't be doing that behind the back wipe the ass bullshit. So mad. You see, I'm so mad that I even have to talk about this today. Breathe, breathe, Bill, breathe, Bill. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna kick somebody's ass for stealing anything out of that trailer. I get out of the bathroom. I check Mama's room. They took the mattress off her bed. They stole her curling iron. They stole every pair of flip flops she had in the house. They stole all her moo-moos. They even raided her panty drawer and took everything but her stained granny panties. That's all they left. You believe that? So that only leaves one more house, or one more room in the house. Bill's room, where his daddy's knife collection lays under his mattress, where his daddy's Furby collection is in the closet, where Bill's favorite pair of gator boots sit on the floor in the corner of the room, where Bill's hat collection is hanging in the closet. I open up the closet door. All my hats is gone. The Furbies is gone. I check under the bed. My daddy's knife collection is not nowhere in sight. I look in the corner. My gator boots are most definitely not there. My TV ain't on the nightstand. My socks ain't in the drawer. All my favorite wrestling shirts are gone. Who did this? I want answers. I didn't know what else to do. So I called Mama. 'Cause Mama's a mean old bitch, and I knew that if anybody could get to the bottom of it, it'd be her. She's got a nose, she's got a sniffer like a bloodhound, and she's gonna sniff out who did this. I called Mama. She said, "Bill, shut the hell up. You figure it out. I'll be back home in a couple weeks." I said, "A couple weeks? Where are you?" She goes, "Bill, mind your damn business." So that means I gotta handle this situation by myself. Or so I thought. So I get out my telephone, and I'm looking through every number on there to see if there's anybody that I think that could help me get to the bottom of this. And I see Papa. Like, no, he's too old. He can't do that. I see Papa's best friend Clyde. He used to be in the army. Well, he wasn't in the army, but he did something. He did combat sports, so he's kind of like being in the army. And I see Earl Jr. So I'm like, hell, let's call Earl and see if he can come help me figure out this predicament. So I call Earl Jr. His old lady answered the phone. She said, "Bill, Earl's been been attained, and he's back in the slammer. Whatever predicament you're in, whatever situation you have going on, he can't help you this time. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own. So I was like, you think E3 might be up for a challenge? Up for a bounty hunt? She said, Bill, he's only 6 years old, but I reckon if anybody's gonna teach him, it'd be you. So I go over a couple blocks down the road, Earl Jr.'s trailer, and I pick up my nephew E3. When I look over the corner of my eye and I see Uncle Randy drunker than hell inside Earl Jr.'s garbage can collecting cans because he takes them on over to the recycling center and he makes 30 cents a can. And that's what he does for a living. So I stuck my head out the window and I said, Uncle Randy, you want to make a couple dollars? He goes, what we talking? I said, I think I got $10 in my back pocket. It's all yours. If you get in this truck and you help me figure out the son bitch who broke into Mama's trailer and stole all Daddy's collectible Furbies. He said, Bill, I'm always up for a challenge. So he hops in the back. He slams a whole bunch of cans in. He hops on over. And now we're in business. So I stop over at Cousin Kyle's house because he has all of the accessories we're going to need. Um, he lets us in. He said, you just pick out whatever you want. So E3 is a small little boy. So I strapped him up with a whole bunch of mace and just duct taped it around his stomach. That way, if we need anything, we just snatch E3 up and we use it. Uncle Randy grabs him one of the pellet pistols, one of the little ones, because he says that he likes to hold it close. And I grab me one with a scope. I grab me a pack of duct tape, the one with the 4 count. I grab me a can of snuff, a couple helmets, some night vision goggles, and now I'm on my way. We're gonna find some bitch who did this. Well, now we're back at the trailer because we know that if they were there once, they're coming back. They always come back to the scene of the crime. Because I don't think anybody knows, except me and my family, that you never return. You move on to the next town. We're smart. So now we have to figure out where we're going to hide. And I realized that I didn't grab E3 any kind of weapon. So I gave him my scope and I got me a baseball bat because I know how to swing. I'm like, we're going to put E3 up on the top of Mama's trailer. We put him on the roof. He knows how to shoot. Earl Jr. taught his boy how to shoot at a young age. So I'm not worried about that. If he sees somebody, he'll shoot him in the ass. Uncle Randy insisted that he hid out in the garbage can. He said, they'll never find me here. They never suspect it. I said, all right, but don't get back in my truck stinking like shit. So that just leaves me now. So I hide underneath the porch that me and Earl Jr. built last summer with pallets. So I'm just under there and I'm waiting to catch this bitch who broke in Mom's trailer. And we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting some more. And nobody ever comes. When suddenly I see a light coming from around the corner. And I hear what sounds like bicycle wheels pedaling. And there is a 5 foot nothing chunky MFer with a beanie hat that said Thug Life and an obnoxiously fake mustache. And he has lottery tickets sticking out his back pocket, and he's chain smoking cigarettes, and he has an energy drink in his hand. I'm like, that guy looks awfully suspicious. So I'm waiting. And I forgot to tell you, we had walkie talkies. So A3, do you got vision on him? On this man? And he said, yeah, do you want me to take the shot? I said, no, no. Let's see what he does first. So there's a trailer beside Mama's. And these people just moved in a couple months ago. And he goes to the back door. And I see him motioning for 2 men that are hanging out in the bushes. And they get out. And one of them's a balding fella. And one of them's 8 foot tall. Has a neck like a giraffe. And looks like he ain't ate in days. And he kicks in the back door. And he's walking through. And that short little stumpy one with the thug life hat and the mustache all curled is on the back porch waiting. He's the lookout. He says, take everything you can get, boys. And all of a sudden, pow! A3 took a shot and he shot him right between the eyes. He went down like a sack of shit. And then Randy jumps out like a grizzly bear ready for his next hunt. And he's roaring right after him. And I thought he was about to have that short little stumpy one, but he tripped and he fell and he broke his ankle. He's screaming, Bill, go on without me, go on without me. So now our cover's blown. He's caught. Short little stumpy one screaming to the others on the inside, we got company, boys. So they come out, and E3 is just firing at these boys. He's lighting them up like a firecracker. And I only have a baseball bat. It's so damn dark out there, we can't see where Randy dropped his pellet pistol. So I roll over and I'm swinging on these boys when they get the upper hand. The one with the neck like a giraffe, he trips me up and they pull me inside. They sit me down on a chair and they tie my arms and legs up behind my back. My legs are duct taped. I'm scared out of my mind. E3's still on the roof, and I, I don't know what he's doing up there, but so they said, we got some questions for you, boy. I said, nobody calls me boy. And they sucker punched me, and busted me right in the nose. And they said, we want to know what you know about that trailer up the road. You know, the one with the surveillance cameras, the ones with the steel doors. We need your help busting in it. And that's the only way you're getting out of this unharmed. So as you can see, they put me in a situation that I'm going to have to either fight for my life, do something stupid and could potentially go to jail, or they're going to hurt me some way, somehow. And I said, there ain't nothing you can do to hurt me. Whenever that little bald one pulled out a bag of Daddy's Furbies and a torch lighter, and he sticks it underneath it, and he said, if you ever want to get these back again, you're going to help us break into that trailer. or we're gonna melt these sons of bitches. So immediately I knew that I had no choice in the matter. I had to help these boys break into that trailer up the road. What I didn't tell them is that trailer that they want in so bad just so happens to belong to Pawpaw. And he's lived there for years, and he's finally had a remodel because he's tired of people breaking into his shit. So I said, okay, I'll help you fellas. They untied me. And I said, I need to get that boy off the roof. And they said, no, leave him. If you ever want to see them Furbies live again, you're going to go right now and help us get into that trailer. So we make our way on up the road. And they hand me a pantyhose mask, and I put it on my head. And I go to the back door. They always insist on the back doors, and I don't know why. But hell, that's how they got their name. So that short one, he's yelling, "Hey, fat boy, open up the door. Get it down somehow." I said, "The hell you expect me to do? This thing's made of steel." And he takes his nightstick and he whoops me on the back of the leg with it. Almost breaks my kneecap in half. I said, "Okay, I get it." I reach into my pocket. I have a key to Papa's trailer. Let's see if it still works. I'm fooling around with it, and this key ain't working, and that key ain't working. This one's not big enough. And finally, I come across a golden, and I stick it in. Door's open now. Let's go, fellas. Come on and get what you get. Well, Papa's got this real bad habit about hiding in the washing machine at night, specifically. So they get in there and they start looking around, and they're putting stuff in pillowcases, and one of them starts moving a recliner off the porch, and all of a sudden, I hear a ruckus. Papa's jumped out of the washing machine with a skillet and a broomstick, and he's whooping ass. He took a skillet and a pan, and he just clacked them together on that short little one, knocked him out, hog-tied him right in the hallway. The giraffe fella's running for his life trying to make it out the door. Papa grabs him by the ankle, pop, busts his face right on the floor. Papa comes down with a huge elbow drop right to the back of the skull. He ties him up. He sees the bald one. He throws his little broomstick, catches him right in the back of the head. He's out like a light. He takes him and he throws him right on over into the washing machine. And he sticks some cinder blocks that he was using to hold up his TV on the top of it so he can't get out. So we have them now. You're busted, boys. But then Papa sees me. He sees that I have a mask on. And then Judy chops me in the throat, gives me one of them. I go down. I can't breathe. I'm trying to explain, Papa, it's me. It's your baby boy. It's Shiddy Bill. And he gives me an elbow right to the side of the jaw. Cleans my clock. I go down. Blows my bell. Throws me in the chair. Goes around me about 15, 20 times with some duct tape. And he says, "Who's your leader?" I said, "Papa, it's Bill." He goes, "I don't want to hear it. Who do you work for?" Pow! Smacks me right in the mouth. I said, "Papa, it's me, Bill." He said, "Bill." Why didn't you say so? Well, while he was whooping my ass, a mystery man climbed up in the back of the house and untied those other three boys and let them escape. And now we're back to Route 1. All thanks to Papa whooping everybody's ass, not listening to his grandson. And that's how it is here. And this is why I have to move out of this trailer park. I buy a scratch off ticket every day in hopes that I'll make it big and can forget that I ever knew any of these low lifes in this trailer park. Except Mama. And I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I got my ass kicked by Papa, I've been in therapy. I've gone to 2 therapy sessions. My therapist says that he don't know if there's much he can do for me and that he feels like he's gonna need a therapist after hearing my stories. And Earl finally got out of jail. And we're trying to make it. Everybody's working hard trying to get back what we lost from these fugitives. Everybody's still on the hunt trying to find them. And that's why I'm here today on this podcast trying to get your help. If you've seen these fellas, you contact me immediately. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to another shitty day with Shiddy Bill. I love you. I hope you had a great holiday. And as always, this is more of a suggestion. You don't actually have to wash your balls here. Now, bye bye. Hey guys, Shitty Bill here. Have you or somebody you know got yourself into a predicament? Are you in a sticky situation? Well, I need you to call the Another Shitty Day hotline number. Leave your name, tell me about your situation, and I'm going to address it on the next episode of the Another Shitty Day podcast. And you have yourself a good day.